Well, everyone, as most of you know, iOS 16 and iPadOS 16 are getting ready to be announced very, very soon. And I want you all to be in a pretty good situation when these iPhones come out. Now, there's a chance these older iPhones may still get the next version of software. I highly doubt it, but just in case they don't, I would probably recommend you to avoid certain iPhones. And honestly, if you're planning on even keeping your iPhone right now, you should probably keep in mind that there are some devices that will be dropped support, and I will give you some suggestions on some really decent upgrades from your current devices. So the iPhone 6s, 6s Plus, and iPhone SE first generation are looking to be completely, removed from iOS, for the most part. They're still going to be supported with software, probably with iOS 15 security updates, but for the most part, you're not going to be getting probably any of the cool updates we will be getting on iOS 16. Now, like I mentioned, there's still a chance this may happen, but just in case it doesn't, I would probably recommend you to go ahead and get comfortable and start backing up your data and be prepared to update your iPhone or upgrade your iPhone at some point. Now, phones like the iPhone 6s, you can really go for any iPhone beyond that device and it will be a much better deal. I would probably recommend staying away from the iPhone 12s for the time being. They just haven't really depreciated that much in the used market, and they do still have some hardware issues that I'm not too big of a fan of. So I would probably recommend going from an iPhone 6s, 6s Plus, or iPhone SE first generation to something like an iPhone 10. Even an iPhone 10R is a really, really good upgrade. You don't necessarily have to go from an iPhone 6s to an iPhone 13 if you don't want to. If you have the money, then go for it. But if you don't really want to do that, if you think it's a waste of money, then by all means, I would highly recommend you to actually go and consider upgrading to an iPhone 10 or an iPhone 10R. You would not believe how much capability an iPhone 10R has and how similar it is to an iPhone 13. Now, these phones are not perfect, but those are pretty much the main upgrades I would recommend you to kind of look into. Now, with something like an iPhone 6s, the reason why this iPhone is probably not going to be supported anymore is because of the chipset inside. The way Apple creates these, updates for the most part is that it's like a per chipset basis. So all the devices that have that Apple A9 chip inside of it are probably not going to be getting that next version of software. Now, there have been variation chips of this A9 chip. So there was an A9X chip for an iPad. So because of that, that device may end up getting support, but the iPhone 6s for the most part will not be getting the next version of software. And this is the main set of iPhones I would recommend you to avoid. Even the iPhone 12s, I just say to avoid them because I didn't really have that good of an experience with them and all that stuff. But to be honest, the iPhone 6 ones are the ones I would highly recommend you to avoid in pretty much every single area. It doesn't really make too much sense to buy these phones anymore. And without a doubt, when I think of the first iPhone to avoid, this is definitely the first one I would recommend avoiding as of this point. So that kind of covers it. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.